Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of the 13th Fleet's After Action Report. We are very happy to have you with us here. And of course, as always, we are brought to you by Admiral Tater's Ship Shop. So if you are looking for some Armada accessories, this is definitely the place to go. Right now, he has actually introduced a new set of acrylic what would normally be considered cardboard, but it's acrylic for your ships. So if you are looking for that kind of thing, this is definitely the place to go. I want to thank you for joining us tonight. We do have a lot to talk about. Before we get into that, just want to let you guys know that I am trying to get videos posted to YouTube as quickly as possible, but right now I'm having some issues with how slow my process is, and so right now I'm actually in the process of uploading a video from the Swoder stream, but we'll talk about that more at the end of the show. Right now I would prefer to go ahead and get into the meat of things and bring the team on board. So we've got Garrett with us, who is sitting in front of a picture of my Venator. We got Ruben.
What's up, y'all?
And we've got Nick.
Happy to be here.
All right. And Mars is joining us on the chat, so thank you for joining us.
What's up, Mars?
What's up, Mars?
First up, we're going to talk a little bit about the campaign and what's been going on with the campaign. I feel like, I really owe an apology to Jeff because of the way that I responded to the situation. I posted some pictures of his dice rolls and some images of how the game was going. And, part of that is that I flew badly. I do not know how to fly the Venator. I just can't do it. Can't get it through my skull. Don't know why. But graciously, everyone is allowing me to do a completely different fleet. So I want to thank you guys, and you'll have to wait and see what's coming up there.
Cool what?
Oh, you of all people are trying to bribe me into letting the Kuat be part of the rules. Okay.
I love the pain.
Not any of the Imperial players.
I love the pain.
You.
It's okay.
Yeah.
I already know what I'd like to do, and Kuat is not in the cards.
I do like that Chris does. He expressed that he's like, I just don't really like flying close range ships. And then Garrett immediately said, why don't you fly a Kuat?
I was like, what if it's better? It's better for close range.
Yeah, I will never say that I like to fly close range, because I don't. And I know black dice are amazing. Everybody who likes black dice, I applaud you, because it brings the pain, but that's just not the way I fly.
Mm-hmm.
I love flying in close.
There's a lot to be said part of my design ethos about this is to compare Rebellion in the Rim more to role-playing games than to a competitive rule set, right?
Yeah.
So, yes, we're competing against each other, but I'm as focused on the emergent narrative and the stories that we tell within the context of playing a campaign of Rebellion in the Rim. So, when somebody isn't having fun with a fleet, there's absolutely no reasonable position to be like, okay, well, your whole fleet goes away, and all your upgrades go away, and all your XP goes away. So get bent, and you're gonna have fun now for sure. No, you're not. All the catch-up mechanics in the world won't make you have a good time if you're 40 points behind everybody else. Especially if there are aces involved, you're just gonna get trashed. So, you don't need super hard and fast rules about how people rebuild fleets, or when they can or when they can't, or who says what about when it happens. Because, look, just talk to each other. We're playing a game. Sure, we're on two different teams. But...
Ooh, he froze.
I think we just lost Ruben.
That's a wonderful look on his face to freeze, though.
If you're having a bad time, just make a new fleet. Call it a day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, when it comes down to rules for it, like you could say like, oh, like it should be timed around the pivotal, like every specific act. You can like come up with rules for all that, but like none of us are playing for money here. Like we're just
No.
trying to have fun.
Like if you have a player who's like 0-6, let him change his fleet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, just talk to each other, and you're a community, and just do something.
Yeah.
As long as you're not changing your fleet every week to like cater to the enemy.
Yeah. So on a lighter note, Nick and Garrett flew against each other.
Ugh.
Oh, it's so good. It was so fun. I thought I was cooked.
And unfortunately,
unfortunately,
that would have been on YouTube, but the video was incomplete, and I don't understand why.
Listen, people, I gotta know is I flacked all his ties to death and flew away. And he flew, and Nick, he had one chance to double arc me, and just pure luck, I was out of it and flew away.
It's awful. It was. We had to get a judge. We had to get somebody to come in there and like neutral it because it was like down to the millimeter on the plastic of that cardboard double arc.
Oh yeah.
His ISD. I think you got You got one long range front arc shot at me. That was it. And then I just flacked your guys and then flew away. At one point, he had one of my heart cells dead, and I just said, "Oh, reinforced blast doors. See ya."
Yeah.
That was. Yeah, no shields, no defense. Maybe you had a brace token.
No, I was out of everything, man.
Yeah, you had no shields, no defense tokens, one hull, and then Valen Rudor didn't do the one damage that he needed to do, and then you went, yep, RBDs, I'm first player, engineering, repair all my damage, fly away.
And destroy a bunch of fighters on my way out.
Yeah, and flak with all my double die flak.
It was so insulting.
It was rude.
Obnoxious, man.
I witnessed it. It was bad.
Yeah, it was not a fun game.
Although it's still more fun than I had.
Yeah, Jeff felt real bad. He was like, "Should I like get rid of my dice?" And Ruben was like, "Maybe."
No.
Jeff
Should not feel that bad. It's just
get the team together. Everybody's rolling these dice, and they're all coming up hot. We're suspicious.
I should let him use my Jolly Rancher dice that roll only blanks.
No, I mean let's be honest. That fleet is just so tough to crack. I mean, Providence and Muni.
Thermal Providence.
It's a good fleet. Yeah.
PDICs.
So then, Ruben, you flew against Joel?
Yeah, I flew against Joel. So my first time going up against the double Arcatins, Gladiator, Guzanti fleet. I did my same deployment, so he picked my Holonet Override, which made sense at the time, considering that they have a base for Tidal, so it makes sense to risk it to try and get Demolisher on Gladiator, so makes sense. Both of his Arctins were way out to his flank, so my right, like way in the corner, because I put the station like distance 4 from my right-hand side with all the obstacles in an arc, because second player places all the obstacles on Holonet Override, and then you're trying to add tokens and take away tokens from the station to get in. So I put hard cell transport kind of in the middle, battle refit to the inside, and then Reticent kind of to the outside. And in the end, my Reticent didn't get to make a meaningful shot on any of his Arctins, and his Arctins killed my hard cells and he got enough points on the station. My Reticent did take a long shot at the demo because I tokened I passed token so he wouldn't get close to me and then shoot me. So he kind of had to like scooch up towards me, and then I shot him and pinned him with the Reticent's weird angle arc, so that I had him doubled, and he was at speed 1, so he couldn't get around from me. And then I shot him in the side with my Patriot Fist front shot and accuracy out of his redirect, and that exploded him. But because he killed both my hard cells, it just wasn't that. And he got 2 points on the station, so it was like a 50-ish point win, so like a hard cells worth win, which really irritated me. I don't like losing, even in rebellion in the Rim, to be frank. So obviously, how I'm deploying this fleet isn't quite right, and like, Garrett, I don't know how you fly Recusants. Then again, you don't fly Recusants that often because it's a weird ship.
You just fly to the side, shoot somebody, and then fly away.
Fly is
what Damon does to me.
Like this kind of motion. It doesn't do this at things. It doesn't like side swipe things. It flies like just kind of like T-poses at you and like clips by you and tries to like shoot you at the side. It's just really weird. So got some new ideas.
Patriots Fist is
got some new ideas on how to fly that fleet again. So if I see those Arcatins, I'm shooting. But strategic wise, at like the strategic level, this campaign's disgustingly tight, and I don't know how we managed to get lightning in a bottle this good, outside of some one-sided dice happening, and that's happened to a lot of us in this campaign because all the margins are so close that the dice actually really, really matter, which is kind of different than how I felt about most games of Armada. But man, we have been tearing it up over hut space. Like there's been a lot of battles on that side of the board, which has been
like those
different than how it's been normally.
You would think that the huts are manipulating things.
They're making money.
They sure are repairing all of our ships. That's for damn sure.
Well, with that, that's where we're at as far as the campaign is concerned. But what I'd like to go ahead and jump into now is, there's been a lot of spoilers coming out as far as the upcoming ARC update, which is going to be officially released on August 1st. So I thought we'd take a look at the things that we know about, and we've actually been given a few things that we're going to spoil on this as well. So I hope you guys enjoy this. We had a few minutes to look over it before the start of the show, so I wanted to break it down and start by talking about what we've seen and what we know. First off with the Rebels, and one thing that we were given here is a new look at Luke Skywalker.
Yep.
Yes.
So
no more escort.
No more escort.
Yep. No more
and
escort.
rogue.
Gains rogue.
Yeah.
And down 2 points, I think.
No, I think.
Or is he the same points?
I think he's the
he
same
might be the
points. Same. I know something else coming up. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, Rogue makes him fit in with the rest of the Rebel stuff pretty well.
Yeah, same points for sure.
Yeah. So
this opens Luke up to totally different squad balls. Rogue balls specifically, right? For Rebels.
Yes.
Which is compared to his current situation of no balls. He's in nothing. Completely unused.
He's basically, I put him in your 4th ace slot in your 4 CR90 rogue balls. So instead of Ketsu, you can look at doing Luke if you want to save some points. Now Ketsu gives you some more control in the squadron phase and in the dogfight because of her ability to reduce enemy ships' speed by 2 when they're within distance 1 of her, whereas Luke helps you more as a bomber. So you can also look at between Luke and Mark Matten because Mark, he's a black non-bomber, but he puts down the token. He puts down a proximity mine token. And instead of that effect and the YT-2400, he's in a YT-2400. You could have Luke, who has 1 less hull, same blue, 4 blues, black bomber, but goes through shields and is still rogue. So, that's kind of where I put him now. Is he as strong as those two? My personal opinion is no. They're just so consistent, so good. Now, he might be better than Mart. I don't think he's better than Ketsu, and I think Ketsu would win out if you were trying to top-end, absolutely cutting-edge competitive worlds level.
She's got a scatter still, right?
So she's got a scatter, and she's faster. But,
And then we got a note here that Hera can't help him on rerolls now.
Yeah, which she really wasn't helping him now because he was just so rarely seen for his price.
I was like, if you didn't take him, it didn't matter.
It's hard to fit it, like, with Hera and Biggs, it's hard to fit Luke because, like, usually you have Wedge and then one of the other more useful, like Lando, just anybody else that packs more of a punch. But yeah, I agree.
Now, one thing that I wanted to point out is that something that we don't have complete images on, but a lot of the spoilers are teasing updates for Leia and Mon Mothma. So I'm going to be curious to see if those are just points updates or if they are actually changes to the way the cards work.
Yeah, it seems like they're doing something across the board for the faction in general.
If you look at the very fuzzy images, there's different text.
Okay.
If you look at the fuzzy images.
I had trouble enhancing that much. Otherwise, I would have had the pictures up here like I've got Luke up here now.
Right.
I do like that Luke has gotten buffed, but, like, personally, okay. Like, this is going to be within the bias that we've talked about on the show before. Like, I think Luke should be as good as Delta Ken. Like, I think all the iconics should all be at that power. Like, you should seriously be making a decision to not play Han, Lando, Luke. Yeah. I think Wedge should be a lot better too, personally. Like, I don't think now that I know more lore, I don't think his, like, activated ability really reflects what it does. He should have an area of effect ability. Like, he should buff everybody around him.
Squadrons, yeah.
I've seen Wedge knock out, like, ace squadrons in one shot. I don't know. That's 6 blue dice.
Sure. But all those iconic characters across all the factions, I really think should be, like, they should be pushed balance-wise. Like, they should be balanced, but they should be pushed because that's the stuff that makes this game attract people. People want Luke. People want Star Destroyers. People want Vader and the TIE Defender. People want Han. Like, you want the iconics in your game. So if you're going to have iconic stuff, it should be a little push. Okay. But at least this is a step forward, and I'm happy to see it.
Yeah, I agree. I'm pro Insano Man, Luke, and Han. But I definitely get, like, the fear of making ultra powerful stuff because the community gets really worried about huge power creep. So I guess this is a good, like, step.
One thing I worry about this ability with Luke, though, is that he still falls prey to the PDIC meta. There's still nothing, like, you get your double on your black die, and then they go, okay, re-roll it, and then he blanks and does nothing. Should it be like, oh, his die, you can't modify his die or re-roll his die? That's too powerful.
With his ability, that's too powerful, right?
Right. That's like, Lando has to spend a defense die or a defense token to get, his double.
Yeah. Now, on the other hand, I would be down to get rid of the ignoring shields aspect for his die can't be re-rolled.
I'd go for that trade, actually.
That'd almost actually be better with a PDIC meta.
Yeah.
I do like that he ignores shields because it does follow, like, the design is very inspired by the first movie. So, like, it feels like it follows consistently. Well, it's just like there's so much stuff designed later than that.
Well, see, I feel like having the dice being unable to be re-rolled fits in pretty well too, just because he's using the force.
But it is that Lando has that ability for a cost, right, with the spin. Yeah, that's really annoying. So making 2 in one list have that same ability would be crazy.
Even I'm against that one.
Yeah. Lando and Luke. Yeah.
Oh, that would be.
Oh, I love doing it. Doing it.
Same with I'm always a big. Whenever anybody asks about Luke, I say give him adept. But, like, PDIC is, like, the only protection against that heinous.
Against that, yeah.
BCC,
built-in bomber command center,
because you get the layer, right, and then fish for the double.
Yep.
And the PDIC is the only, like, saving grace against that. I don't know, it's a balance. But I think one of the hardest things, and it's been this way since 2020, is only being able to pick 4 aces is super tough.
Yeah.
And it weeds out so many like A or B tier aces that just can't make the cut because you need to take the S tier guys.
Yeah.
So
and it goes back to. Oh, sorry. We can stop talking about this.
Yeah. Up next, we've got the modified Pelta class assault ship. Is getting an upgrade here. The upgrade is just the points cost. It is being reduced by 4 points. How significant is that for the rebels?
I don't know. It still doesn't have a defensive. I don't know.
I think it's pointless, personally. Like, to be blunt, the ship doesn't do enough. Like, it goes speed 2. It doesn't have the defensive layering synergy options that the clones have. It doesn't. So, like, all it is a caddy for intensify firepower. So, like,
yeah,
okay, but you could just have the fleets that take intensify firepower do it on largest, because you also get a combat ship.
Yeah.
And paying 6 more points on an already Christmas tree combat ship is efficient. Getting a Pelta, B2, won't synergize with other stuff and doesn't like do enough. Yeah. You just don't see it. Now, 4 points, and maybe 4 points is the break point in Sector Fleet that makes it even better than it already was, because I already loved playing Pelta Assaults in Sector Fleet because they do like legitimately do something, because you can push squads with them with expanded or boosted. You can do your IF. Like, I like playing Garm in Sector Fleet, so like 4 points. I mean, that's another upgrade card, and in Sector Fleet that can mean some stronger synergies.
Yeah.
But at 400, it's kind of meaningless, unfortunately, in my opinion.
What do you think, Nick?
What do I shoot? I don't fly rebels, so I can't remember the last time I saw a Pelta on the table.
I think
it's a flying brick.
it's a super high skill ceiling ship to fly competitively. It's just hard. It's speed 2.
Not super tanky. It can be defensive. A little tanky. You can put like Durlin on it, I guess, and projectile.
At that point, you're just sinking points into it. You know what I mean?
Right. You're talking about an 80-point ship that's not going to contribute, other than the intensify firepower, which that's what Rubens have the Sector Fleet thing. But
right.
It just doesn't fit with the rest of the Rebel like ships.
At 400 points, it's just expensive. It's okay.
Yeah.
Like, I don't hate it. It's just hard to squeeze in lists. I'm sure people can do it.
I do.
You know what I mean? There'll be people who go out and like just slam dunk on me with this thing, right? But I'm not good enough to make it happen. Especially when all my other rebel ships are speed 3 and 4. Unless you're crazy enough to fly a pickle.
Yeah.
Because like, it's got the bones, it's got 5 hull, it's got 3 shields up front, 2 on the side, 1 in the rear. It's got brace, redirect, evade.
It has a defense token.
Basically, it's like raw stats. It's pretty close to a Gladiator. Gladiators can be very like tanky.
It's just that Gladiators can move.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
Like,
that's the difference.
It's close, and maybe it needs some sort of different upgrade form. Maybe it shouldn't be like the Fleet Command ship. If it had something else on its upgrade bar where it could do something different, I'm not really sure what that would be. Because Rebels don't really need a battle comms, like a comsnet fighting ship. They like, I don't know. It's a weird ship. Rebels have a couple of ships that are just kind of in a weird spot where you can kind of tell they were designing it. Like, what did the Peltas even do in Star Wars Rebels? They mostly get blown up.
They got blew up by Vader immediately.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think at least now, if it doesn't do anything, we can just keep power creeping it until it makes
it does.
I don't know, like an impact in fleet building, I guess.
So speaking of points reductions, now we're going to move over to the Empire here, and we're looking at the Interdictor combat refit. It dropped 8 points.
Not enough.
It's good in Rebellion of the Rim.
I will stand by that. I loved my combat interdictor in Rebellion of the Rim. When you only get one upgrade a battle, yeah, that's fine. The biggest issue I have with this ship is that it doesn't change the upgrade bar. They dropped to 8 points, but and I don't know if there's some limitations with that. With maybe I don't know. I don't know how it works on their end on like any kind of development restrictions, but
I think the idea is that people don't have to buy new stuff.
Yeah.
Like you can use existing components, and changing cards would be easier, I guess. So maybe we could do this because like people can just print them at home, right?
Yeah.
Like with like Luke and things. So same thing here, but I think it was just an idea of like not changing the ship, but changing points and seeing how it works.
Right. So I mean, it's fine at 8 points cheaper. Sure, you can run it, but if I'm building a list with an interdictor in mind, I'm already starting with the interdictor. Like I'm already going, okay, I'm taking the suppression because I want 2 suppression refits on it. I think the combat refit, like, yeah, you trade a blue die for red die, but then you don't gain your turbo laser slot. So like, what does it matter?
Yeah, that's
like,
kind of what Mars was saying here. Needs turbo laser.
Oh, I see you in the chat there, Mars. Exactly, it needs a turbo laser because you're adding dice. You don't have a weapons team, so you can't take vet gunners or vanillion or anything that can fix your dice. You don't get a turbo laser slot. You could take leading shots, but I'm not taking a combat interdictor for leading shots where I'm going to spend one of my 4 dice to reroll my 2 reds. It needs to be able to take a turbo laser so you can put DTTs on it so it can contribute. Even heavy fire zone or something. Well, it's the blue-black flag, but just like something, a cheap turbo laser that can allow it to contribute to combat like it's supposed to.
I'm trying to remember. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Keep going.
Oh no, I have a lot of I love the interdictor, and I have a lot of opinions on this.
Yeah, so I think I'm trying to remember what it was. Some playtester, I can't remember which guy told me. Could have been one of dozens at this point, years ago. They were like, it was like a clerical error that the turbo laser like did get printed or something. Like it was supposed to be turbo laser on it, and like got sent to the printer as not. Just never got changed.
Tell me that before.
Yeah.
So it's just like, and even I mean, it literally just loses an upgrade slot. Most ship changes are at least like the same number of upgrades. Sometimes you lose 1 or 2, but like for this, and I mean, I'm glad it went down 8 points, but I think it's 2 points more than the suppression. Off the top of my head.
Now it's 5 points under. Now it's 85.
Yeah, but like 85.
Suppression's 90.
It used to be more expensive.
It was 3 points.
Suppression. Yeah. It was like, why? Why would I take this?
Double black, blue black.
Hey, listen.
I don't like anything that moves 2. Yeah. I take that back. Munificents are okay at 2, but that
they turn.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's all we gotta say about this. Other than that, it's fine. It's just not.
It's hard to live up to the double experimental slot.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Like I've run an interdictor with like two experimentals and then like an officer, or just projections experts. Like you can run it almost naked as long as you have your 2 experimentals on there, because they're so good. They're so cool.
So what do we think of the changes to Vader? The TIE Advanced Vader.
TIE Advanced Vader. It's amazing.
Advanced Vader. Yes.
Favorite change we've talked about so far. Giving him screen, losing escort.
And dropping him a point.
Sure. Yep. I did drop him a point.
I didn't even notice that. Yeah, that's great.
It's fine. Yep. I love TIE Advanced Vader. It's so cool to just add your crits on damage because that's while attacking. So it's your, he gets that black die in there on his anti-squadron. So it's like, oh, I might hit you for 5 damage, like you. But then he also has the black die non-bomber. So even though he's not doing a crit, he'll do 2 damage, and that's really funny when it happens.
Yeah. This is a card that like definitely doesn't need adapts with its ability that exists now, right? So
yeah, screen is good. Losing escort was great. That's the same with the Luke change. I wanted to wait for the Vader conversation. You know, if you have like a piece, like a squadron that is supposed to be like, yeah, this they're gonna hit, right? Like Vader's supposed to go in there and like hit something, like the main problem piece, or you want him to be a threat. Why give him escort? Like, he's just gonna die first. You know, like none of the other big threats have escort, with I think a couple exceptions. But like, you know, your escorts are supposed to be there to take the shot. So like you have like Teltrevor, or you have like Biggs, Axe or Kickback, or one of the two. I think. I don't know my Republic squadrons as well.
But I mean, thematically in the movie, I mean, let's think about A New Hope. You know, they were being escorted, not the other way around.
Yeah, and so like, you know, like Vader having escort just meant that he got blasted first because he was the biggest threat on, you know, in your squad ball, or one of course, you know, the rest of your squad being Merrick Steele and Teltravura and Colonel Jendon. If you brought Vader in the TIE advance for some reason.
Right.
So now having him screen makes him a little harder to kill, which is pretty cool. It gives him a little, you know, he's, you know, using the Force, which is, you know. But losing the escort...
It makes him competitive with TIE Defender Vader.
With Vader, with Defender Vader. So him like losing escort, I think is like, I mean, everything else could have been the same. If they had just removed escort, I would have been like, thank you, that's awesome, because now he has a place in a squad ball. Screen's just a cherry on top.
And a reason for escorts in Empire.
Already strongest squad faction, getting more stronger squads.
That's right.
Oh, boo-hoo.
Thumbs up.
But I love it. Like I love dodge. Well, I love screen on Advanced Vader. That's like that's the kind of shit that I want, right?
Yeah.
This is a powerful piece. It feels a little pushed, but it feels very in theme. Like the kind of stuff that I'm digging.
So up next, we're going to look at the Republic, and while we know that there's something coming for the Venator Imperator refit, I don't know what that is. We just know that it's been teased that we're going to get that. But on the other hand, you do have the Arcanin class light cruiser. And
hold on the Vin. The thing we do know about the Vin is that it is a Vin 1 cardboard.
Okay.
So it's got the 3 reds, 3 blacks in the front, and the double blue anti-squad. So that's of things to know. That's one thing to know.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. But we do have the Arcanin class light cruiser. And for anybody who has been following, this has not been spoiled yet. This is actually supposed to be hitting in tomorrow's spoilers, but we were given permission to go through this tonight, so I'm really happy to share this with you here. I find the upgrade bar really, really interesting.
For Republic specifically, right? Which is why this fits in super thematically.
I mean, the double weapons team is just fascinating, because adding, you know, clone gunners with weapon battery techs sounds like a lot of fun to me.
Well, yeah, clone gunners plus sensor team, or clone gunners plus vet gunners.
Yeah, I mean, there's so much that you can do with that.
Yeah.
Your double officer lets you take... I'm trying to think of some of the unique Republic officers. Clone Captain Zach. Which would be pretty cool with your...
Zach and a clone navigation officer.
Yeah.
That's good.
One thing that's interesting to me is they changed up the defense tokens.
Did they? I hadn't noticed that.
Yep. So your Architects, your Imperial Architect, you have 2 redirects, 1 evade, and now you have 2 evades, 1 redirect.
Okay.
And one thing that I've noticed immediately was that we don't have a turbo laser.
Yeah, you don't have a turbo laser.
Specifically because of swivels, I'm sure. Because swiveling in a black.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
But
yeah.
Again.
Now here's where it gets fun, though. You take this ship, you put clone gunners on it, right? A couple of them. You fire at long range. You clone gunners, add a blue set to an accuracy, and then you con fire in another blue. And so now you've added 2 blues, and you got vet gunners to reroll your reds.
Yep. And you spend your accuracies. You spend your accuracies before you reroll, or you just reroll your blues and take whatever you get.
That's right. Or use your weapons team for WPTs and take Anakin and reroll with him.
Yep.
Yeah, I feel like this ship will fit in how you've been playing Swift Return before we got into the campaign stuff.
Yep.
With the little pocket flanker that can put out a lot more damage than you expect. That feels really good. This thing feels really good with the garbage fleet that you were flying before with Anakin, with the Imperial One, with the Venator One, with IF, and then instead of having to do 2 shitty brick, whatever those acclimators. You can do 3 or 4 of these things.
Yeah, I can read 4 Arcatins.
And if I could tear somebody up with them, that seems pretty legit too. This ship will be. I think this ship will be in Worlds level fleets. It's a good tech piece. Gar doesn't have a lot of options. They really.
Yeah, I mean, they really needed some small ships.
Yeah, they need flankers to go with the Venator 2 and the Squad Ball and 1 Pelta, and now you can bring an Arcatins instead of that second Pelta and have a second combat ship that you can also put mercy mission on. So it just flanks around the enemy. You views out the side, has mercy mission on it, and shoots you to death.
Yeah, out with
the look on Garrett's face was priceless there.
More mercy mission. Yeah, no, this is great. This thing is going to be real trouble in mass. It'll be nice to see some non-Bale Ven 134 fleets at the top of tournament lists.
Let's not get too ahead of ourselves. This is still going to be Bale. You need to be navigating with this thing because it's.
I think this can work really good with Anakin.
Oh yeah, but I'm saying Arcatins, Pelta, Ven 2, Bale 134. That's going to be a good fleet.
Yeah, another combat ship to throw actual dice instead of the Pelta.
You might even be able to fit C70 Pelta Arcatins Ven 134. Because you could do... No, you were doing what? Pelta... So it's Pelta Ven or C70 Pelta Ven. So you'd have to do Arcatins Pelta Ven. So...
I think at minimum you always want 2 arcs to really take advantage of layering their long range.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And because you're definitely taking clone gunners on these, which is nice to see a real use for it. So you'll probably need a couple clone gunners, and then you'll need a munitions resupply on something.
Who keep them fed? Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or Tarkin.
Tarkin with IF, 3 reds and clone gunners, just. Nothing else, just clone gunners, IF somewhere else, 3 reds, add an accuracy. That's a ridiculously consistent amount of damage that can really tear things up. Packets of damage. It's like the TRC 90s, right? It's not gonna spike as much damage, but it'll throw out consistently 2 or 3 on top of a squad ball. It's very good ship. Very
also,
good.
Double evade with Luminara.
Yeah, so that's going to get what I was going to get to is that this is going to be a problem, I think, because you're going to have these running 2 or 3 of these. They've got the double evade, just like a TRC or CR90, but they're still pretty tanky little smalls that are going to be able to throw 4 or 5 dice consistently at long range, reliably doing 3 to 4 damage, maybe with an accuracy, and then when you return fire, they're going to evade all your long range shots and fly away. There's going to be a real split on how Gar flies as a faction.
And I mean, at 52 points,
which is fine.
At 52 points, this is cheap.
Yeah. You really only need clone gunners on this.
Yeah, to be a problem, absolutely.
And then you can bring vet gunners. Clone gunners and vet gunners. That's all you need. Problem mission done.
And skill first officers, just because.
Yeah, why not? Right?
Yeah.
Why? Because you can command. It's really annoying.
Yeah, you just say I'm con firing, and then when I need a nav, I'd skill first officer nav get out of there.
Gar needed a buff. Yes.
Gar needed a buff.
I think Gar did need a buff.
I do agree.
This is it.
They've been in a rough spot.
I think this is a good way to do it too, because it opens up like at least 2 or 3 different builds, probably.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, still doesn't quite help Obi. But that's also why they didn't give him the double. They didn't keep the double redirect on this thing, because
probably
Obi-Wan with the double redirect ship would be a big obvious no. Unfortunately, he's not. Can't really see a build with him, but Lumi, yep. Yularen, yep. Bale, clearly.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a good shot.
Tarkin, same thing, yeah.
Yeah, he fits into the Anakin, which is great.
Anakin, definitely.
Okay. Well, next up, we've got some CIS to talk about. And to start off with, I don't have any real details on the Munificent class command frigate, but I know an update is coming. That I saw the teaser on that. If anybody knows anything more about that they can share, feel free.
It's still got Bombard. So
yeah.
LTT's away.
Droid and Bombard. One thing that I was able to pull out, I haven't gotten everything off of it because part of the image is blocked by a little plastic ship there, but the Quarren prototype gunship for the CIS, which again looks really, really nice. I don't have a point value on that. Again, part of the ship was blocked off there, but one thing that I was able to see here is that there is a defensive upgrade on this.
Defensive and offensive.
Yeah, I saw the offensive. Less clearly, I see the defensive. I would be willing to bet that beside the defensive there is an ordnance slot.
I was thinking that was an ion cannon.
That's possible too. Yeah. Ion slot is hidden. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, I did my best to pull the image off, but I
it looks very, very piticky. But yeah, no, the offensive is interesting, right? Because of TF-1726. But I think a big thing here is it's a unique ship, right? So you can only have one of them.
Oh, so yeah, I didn't notice that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Very important, because this thing would be most CIS fleets would just be MC-30s and Patriot's Fist.
Yeah. Yeah, now that you mention it.
But now you're going to see the TF Patriot's Fist fleet with one of these flying around with it.
Yeah.
I find it unusual that it has a squadron value of 2.
That might just be... That might be carryover from the...
Torpedo, too, as well?
I didn't think so.
No, it was 1. Wrong. They were both 1.
Yeah.
But you'd want that for... what am I thinking?
For a hyperwave relay.
Boarding troopers.
Boarding troopers, yeah, I guess.
Yeah, good boarding trooper.
So, flat boarding troopers.
I mean, you got the slots for boarding troopers, yeah.
I wish I could put boarding troopers on a MC-30. That'd be sick.
No.
I'd show the shit out of people with that and shoot them with a double R.
No. You get 1 hammerhead. That's it.
Damn it.
I want a refund. 1 MC-75. No, so there's a couple ways you can do this. Boarding troopers, TF with B2s, boarding troopers again, some extra boarding troopers. Good thing you can't put thermals on smalls, so that's good.
I was say you got PDICs and like advanced projectors. I mean, like it's gonna be a pain to kill.
Yeah, PDICs and advanced projectors. Yeah, I mean, to me, that's basically as good as. It's close to as good as Foresight and Aspirate and whichever the other one is that I don't really fly anymore.
Ammunition.
But like, it's 10 points or 12 points to do that. You pay about 10-ish to do PDICs and advanced projectors.
Yeah, well,
They're nominally the same.
Until we see the points value on this, this thing could be 32 points for all we know.
32 points.
Yeah.
No, that's not real, everybody. Calm down. It's probably like 65-ish points.
It's probably close to similar to a Gladiator.
I mean, the Rebel one is 63.
It's probably close to whatever the torpedo, the regular MC-30 is to begin with, which is
63.
63? Okay.
63.
Maybe
but at least
the chassis. My experience is that the chassis needs to be basically full for it to do anything. I don't think this ship will be that different, considering that it's the same hull. It's the same token layout, same shields. I think it has a stronger upgrade bar, generally. It doesn't have the high-end output that H9s and X-Racks and Ordnance experts can do. But it seems like this ship could be more consistent in what it does for its fleets, instead of just being a drive-by, one-drop kind of ship like the Rebel ones are. Go ahead, Chris.
Now, I don't know why I didn't notice this earlier, but it does have a keyword, and I can't make out the keyword because the text
says transport.
Transport. Okay. What is the transport keyword? I don't think I've ever interacted with that.
It is a design dead end.
It doesn't have any mechanics that relate to it as of right now.
I don't know why. Maybe they got some future plans to try and use these keywords.
Jedi, transport, bombard,
clone, droid. Yeah,
because I know transport was also on the on that Venator.
I think what's it called? Droid goes to, I think, one card. I think like battle droid reserves.
Battle droid reserves.
Yeah. Bombard they put back as LTTs. I don't think transport has any use as of today. No. I don't think so.
Yeah, I can't think of anything with. Yeah, they introduced the keywords with the Clone Wars ships, and then we saw a couple upgrades that even referenced them.
And here we are in 2025.
And here we are 5 years later going, I wonder what that means.
But don't worry. I mean, I was gonna make a joke. I don't know. I'm sure anybody watching this knows the community's been pretty what's it called? Tense today. So.
Tense. Yeah, that's a good diplomatic way to put it.
We're tense just like we've been for the last 5 years.
I guess I should just, throw this out there that I am just happy that I'm getting to play Armada. And I've talked about stuff from Legacy, and I will talk about stuff from Arc, and I am happy with all of it. Okay.
I think everybody needs to remember there's so much work that goes into everything that everybody does. It's pretty. I get why some people get confused, but I think it's pretty easy to parse out. Everyone's done a really good job of labeling everything. I don't know if you've looked at these cards, but it's really clear it's Arc, right? But
let me tell you, compared to another war game that I played, the rules of this game are very clear to follow what comes from where and when.
Yeah,
we'll leave it at that. Now, I want somebody to make one of those banking guild really long, tower-looking ships to put on this instead of my torpedo. This thing just doesn't look like it should be with the rest of these CIS ships.
Are you talking about the one that's got a hook at the end? What are you talking about?
So in other words, we're just going to put a fishing lure on there?
In some Clone Wars battles, 4 times. It's the one that's really tall and narrow, and
I don't know.
You lost me.
PC Henry made a. Apparently, I was like, because people were messaging me when they saw this. They're like, "Is there a Corrin prototype gunship in real life?"
Intergalactic Banking Clan gun platform is what I'm finding something.
Anyways, I think PC Henry found some concept art from like Empire Strikes Back of what was going to be called a Corrin prototype gunship. That looks nothing like this. It actually, I think, looked more like the potato, the Assault Frigate Park 2. But again, I think the goal here was to people don't have to buy stuff if they own it, right?
Yeah. Repurpose.
We can worry about that later. Yeah.
This idea with the rapid reinforcement stuff too. Just give us some crossover. Give us some ways to play with the toys we already have.
Right.
I like my toys.
Because again, like, there's a bunch of stuff in my box that still sucks. So there's plenty of stuff to buff without adding more stuff.
Exactly.
Give me Nebulon cardboard that has the Requisite art. Also, where's my Phoenix Nest?
I will stand on that. I will stand on that hilltop with you.
My locals will hate me having that many squadron activations, but I want it, okay?
Phoenix Nest has to be a thing.
I will play it in Rebellion in the Rim, too. I'm sure.
It's amazing that back in 2018, they made the Pelta instead of the Phoenix Nest Rebel Quasar. Because that was most of the show.
Title.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You know, that's actually a really good point. Because the Pelta does not show up in Rebels that much.
It's like in literally 2 episodes and then blows up to Vader in his TIE Advance.
Yeah, because Sato's there on the command bridge and they that commands the massing at Solus, right? And then it all gets fucking blown up.
Wherever they're at. I don't think it's Solus.
That same 4-episode arc when Vader shows up and fucks everything up.
And then they go to the Liberator CR-90, which is a title in the game. So that's good, I guess.
Yay.
Kind of cool. You get
it's got a fun ability, okay? Like, that's actually reasonable design, giving a CR-90 unfortunately one-time use.
Yeah. Fleet can layer them.
Well,
awesome. Anything else you want to talk about, though, Chris?
No, that pretty much goes through everything. I've got a few closing notes for the end of things, but at this point, I think I'm going to say goodnight to you guys before I close out here. Thank you so much for joining us.
Do you mind if we do some, so we've looked at this stuff, so let's give some, general closing thoughts on it?
Yeah, absolutely.
I think I'll just start since I started with this shit. I'm glad to see new stuff, clearly. The game needs it. If we don't have new content, the game dies. People will just move on. There will be a very, very small, tiny little bit of people that will only play this game online, and that will be the only group that's left, because everybody that we see in stores that we talk to when we're playing our campaigns live in person, they're always interested, and we give them the sales pitch, and then they go, "Oh, where can I get the product?" And then we go, "Well, you gotta 3D print it. This game's not technically stopped anymore," and it's just a killjoy, right? It sucks. So I'm glad to see this new stuff that's regular plastic. I think that a lot of this stuff could have been a bit more daring with what it did. I think a lot of this stuff is maybe a little too conservative. I would prefer to see a lot more daring changes across the board, because personally, I think Armada's meta is a little slow, and we've been basically in the same meta since Salvokin really screwed everything up, and everything's been fairly consistent since then. We haven't seen that much new releases. So it's been about 3 or 4 years, 2 or 3, of basically kind of the same game with no real fresh spark new stuff to really churn the game.
Yeah, real small tweaks.
I'd like to see some more considerable churn. I don't know if they like this, but maybe that's because I'm in Hammerverse more, where it's every month, every 3 months, there's a big content churn in the game, which keeps things fresh, but also makes it really hard to know anything. I think every 6 months, That's what I want to see out of Armada. Like, give me some new flashy stuff. Maybe be a little more aggressive with the changes. But yeah, new stuff. Good.
Steve
Always good.
Spam said the 3D print element is why I think it's so important that regional groups develop the ability to provide players with the materials they need to play. And I mean, I know that as I am the newest of this group here, I can say that, you know, even before, I was blessed to have a group of people that could provide whatever it was that I needed to play, whatever I wanted to play as I learned the game. And I am greatly appreciative of that. And I think that is something that, you know, we all need to be, as a community, as supportive as possible, because again, you know, now that the game has shut down from the manufacturer, we need to be more supportive of each other than ever if we want to keep it going.
Yeah, and this one's a hard one too, because there's so many components involved in playing this game.
Yep.
Like, it's not like keeping a card game alive, or even Blood Bowl when it was kept alive. Like, that was very simple to do. Like, here we got like 50 moving parts, just to get on the table.
Yeah, and then we've been, only if you've run into us at our Thursday night, you know, local shop, you know, we're always willing to say, like, hey, if you want to learn Armada or get involved, like, tell us what you want to fly. We can build basically any list of any faction and run demo games and stuff like that. We've always been big about getting new people interested in the game and doing whatever we need to do to facilitate.
Yeah, and I think us, and I count Louisville as part of us, and then a little bit Ohio, and then I know like Steve here out with TSA in New Jersey. Some of the few groups that are still like growing, it's just hard. It takes, I mean, Steve knows. I see Steve on Discord because I'm on all the Discords he's in. He is 24/7 like hustle, trying to get people connected. And so
we want to thank you for that. I mean,
yeah, it's a lot of work, man.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah, I think the hardest part is I think it's easy getting components to players. That's the easy part, I think, because like, we have so much stuff in existence. I think I've handed out dice sets to like 10 different people through the mail. But it's getting people to want to come back after they find out the game is dead.
Yeah.
Oh, it's such a, even, and the crazy part is like, there'll be like 10 of us playing at the store, like actively, and they'll see us weekly. And like, it's still not enough to really hook
the game
in.
Isn't supported.
Yeah, because it's so easy to buy that box of Space Marines and get playing.
The market is so competitive now.
Yeah. So it's a challenge. It's just, we just got to keep hustling. You know.
That's why we keep on doing this show. You know.
Right.
Yep.
We want to talk about the game. We want to give other people some of our insights into the game, and you know, just essentially just keep the ball rolling.
Yep. Keep making content. Because like, this game has such a draw to people. Like, everybody wants to play it and sees it. It's just getting the actual play step.
Everybody sees this game. That's the part that, you know, just gets you sometimes, because everybody sees this game and they see the MC80 and they see the ISD2 and their eyes just light up like a child every time.
Yeah.
And they go, what?
But like I'm telling you, like Steve, like, we have the starter sets. So that's not the problem. It's it's getting people to want to come back.
Yeah.
Even I could give out all the free stuff you want, but I'm glad it's working though in New Jersey and stuff. It's difficult.
And you know, with part of the wargaming market is becoming more open to 3D printing. Like, Trench Crusade has been, as far as I understand, popular and successful in its approach, which is only 3D printing models, right? There's a huge secondary market for Warhammer for 3D printed pieces because they have a lot of supply chain issues on there, and third parties fill that gap. So I think the game can live being supported by 3D printing. Now, the mechanism to do that, I'm not sure, because that's like, you have to get community engagement and get everybody on board and like that stuff. And it's just going to be super decentralized for a while, I think.
Our pool of players is very small because you got to have very invested people to want to do it.
Have it consistent.
Yeah. And it would be easier if we weren't so card based too. A lot easier, actually. That's also a very expensive component.
Tons of components, man.
Yeah. Well, with that, I do think it is time to call it an evening. I want to thank you guys again for joining me. I hope you have a good night, and we will see you on Thursday. Before we close out, Thursday, are we going to try to do a campaign, or are we going to do 400 point?
You better have any sleep. Okay.
Who's all available?
What's that?
Are we all here?
Well, Jeff is not going to be here.
Isn't.
I guess we take a break.
If we want to take a break for a week, that'd be fine with me. I've had a busy week, so I wouldn't mind taking a day off, actually.
Okay. Yeah. I just need to make sure I got something streamed.
Yeah, we can do a pause. Yep. I've got family in town, so I'll skip.
Okay. All right. Well, good night, guys, and thank you so much for joining me. And we will, like I said, see some of you on Thursday, and if not, we'll do it the next Thursday then. So take care.
And thank you, everybody in the chat, for jumping in there.
Yep.
Good night, everybody.
Bye, Steve. Bye, Mars. Bye, everybody.
See y'all.
All right. So with that, I am going to say good night. Like I said, we're still a little bit unsure about what we've got going on Thursday. Hopefully we'll have 400 points. I'd like it to be somebody other than me on the stream this time because I've been curious about some of the equipment having issues, and I want to try to get that fixed. We will also on Sunday have our SWOTR stream. Right now I'm in the process of getting some videos uploaded to YouTube, but apparently my encoding process is taking longer than I thought, so hopefully we will have some of the SWOTR streams coming up over the course of the week here. And then, this show I probably am going to go ahead and try to get on right away because it's a little bit more of a popular topic, so we'll try to get that up and going. So thank you again for watching, and I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful night.